Moesha Johnson wins Australia's first 10 km gold at World Aquatics Championships. Imagine this, a grueling 10 km swim in water so warm and crowded that it's dubbed human soup. This was the reality for Moesha Johnson and Kyle Lee, Australian athletes who defied the odds to secure historic wins at the World Aquatics Championships. But here's where it gets controversial. The conditions were far from ideal, with water quality concerns leading to multiple postponements. Yet, the show went on, and Australia made history. Moesha Johnson etched her name in the record books by claiming Australia's first ever 10 km open water world title. Her compatriot, Kyle Lee, kicked off the team's medal haul with a bronze in the men's race. This victory marks Australia's fifth open water world title across all distances, with Johnson and Lee part of the quartet defending the mixed team title in Singapore. The water temperature soared above 30 degrees Celsius, and social media was abuzz with descriptions of the challenging conditions. The 10 km events faced not one, but two postponements due to water quality issues. Despite these hurdles, Johnson, who had previously won silver in the same event at the Paris Olympics, triumphed in a time of 2 hours, 7 minutes, and 51.30 seconds. This was her first individual open water world championship title, finishing a mere 4.40 seconds ahead of Italian Ginevra Taducci, with Lisa Poo from Monaco taking bronze. Fellow Australian and Paris Olympics teammate Chelsea Gubecka finished in 9th place. The men's race was the first final decided at the World Titles in Singapore, as the women's 10 km event was rescheduled from Tuesday to Wednesday due to water quality concerns. The open water events were further postponed from Wednesday morning to the afternoon at Palawan Beach on Sentosa Island, south of Singapore, again because of the dirty sea water. Organisers eventually gave the green light after water samples showed significant improvement. Johnson reflected on the grueling conditions, stating, "That was definitely harder than Paris. The heat, the 36-hour delay, the strong currents, that was one of the hardest circumstances and open water conditions I have been part of." She added, "Since the Olympics, I have tried to embrace every opportunity and race with the feeling that I have nothing left to prove. I've had back-to-back illnesses, but my family and faith got me through." She also praised her teammates, saying, "Hats off to you all. All open water skills were on display today. I am so proud of this team. We had 2 girls and 2 guys in the top 10, and that's a credit to this whole Dolphins team." In the men's race, German Florian Wellbrock secured his 6th Open Water World Championship, clocking an impressive 1 hour 59 minutes and 55.5 seconds. He narrowly edged out Italian Gregorio Paltrinieri by 3.70 seconds, with Lee finishing 14.80 seconds behind Wellbrock in 3rd place. Lee's victory was particularly sweet, as he beat another German, Oliver Clement, by just 0.1 of a second to win his first individual World Championships medal. "We prepared for these conditions in Darwin, and to be honest, I am just in shock," Lee said. Nicholas Sloman, who also competed in Paris, finished 8th. Johnson, Lee, Gubecka, and Sloman are the reigning world mixed team champions. Wellbrock, who also won the 10 km event at the Tokyo Olympics, expressed his frustration over the event postponements. "That was very, very annoying. We don't understand why World Aquatics informs coaches and committees about such circumstances in the middle of the night," he said. Other open water races in Singapore are scheduled for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Water quality was a significant issue at last year's Olympics, with the triathlon and marathon swimming events held in the River Seine. Despite a massive cleanup effort, heavy rain led to the postponement of the men's individual triathlon by 1 day. All other events proceeded as planned. Once she completes her open water events, Johnson will also compete in the 800m and 500m freestyle in the pool at the World Titles. And this is the part most people miss. The resilience and determination shown by these athletes in the face of such challenging conditions are truly inspiring. But what do you think? Should events be postponed more frequently to ensure athlete safety, or is it a necessary part of the sport's unpredictability? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Germany wins gold in mixed 4x1,500-meter relay at Singapore 2025. Germany has triumphantly wrapped up its open water swimming program by clinching the gold medal in the mixed 4x1,500-meter relay event. After a disappointing absence from the podium in both Fukuoka 2023 and Doha 2024, the German team was determined to reclaim their title. In Singapore 2025, they assembled their strongest lineup to secure the gold medal they had previously won in Budapest 2022. The formidable quartet, consisting of Celine Rieder, Oliver Clement, Isabelle Gose, and Florian Wellbrock, took the lead during the third leg, allowing Wellbrock to finish strong and maintain his undefeated streak at these championships, having already won gold in the 10 km, 5 km, and 3 km knockout sprints. "I had a tough time sleeping last night," Wellbrock admitted. "I felt quite nervous heading into the relay today. I'm incredibly proud of my team. We performed exceptionally well. Winning 4 golds in 4 events is simply amazing." The German team faced significant pressure from the Italian competitors during the final leg, particularly from Gregorio Paltrinieri, who secured his 3rd silver medal of the championships, mirroring his performances in the 10 km and 5 km events. "I was really anxious towards the end," Wellbrock shared. "When I glanced back and saw Greg behind me, I knew it was no time for jokes anymore." The Italian team opted for a different strategy compared to the Germans, starting with their 2 female swimmers, which allowed their male counterparts to chase down a medal. Ginevra Taducci, who swam second, also earned her 4th silver medal of the championships. "We've always followed the strategy of having 2 girls lead and 2 men follow," Paltrinieri explained. "It has worked well for us in the past, and it proved effective today. We might consider trying something new in the future, but for now, this approach is successful." Joining Paltrinieri and Taducci on the podium were Barbara Pozzobon and Marcello Guidi, as the Italian team matched their performance from Doha 2024. "It was a fantastic race," Paltrinieri reflected. "It was quite challenging with many strong teams in the water today, but we executed our plan well. It feels great to be back on the podium with a silver medal. We aimed for gold, but we are satisfied with silver today. We knew that 4 or 5 teams were in contention for the medals, and while we were uncertain about how the race would unfold, it's still rewarding to finish on the podium." The bronze medal was claimed by the Hungarian team, which also started with 2 female swimmers, marking their 3rd consecutive World Championships where they reached the podium in this event. The Hungarian team, featuring Bettina Fabian, Victoria Mihalavaroufakis, Krzysztof Rosowski, and David Bethlehem, managed to outlast the French team, who had hoped to shine during the 2nd and 3rd laps. "It was an excellent race," Bethlehem stated. "We had a strategy, and everyone executed it perfectly. In the end, it became a bit easier because Florian was hesitant and waited for us. I managed to pass the Australians and get to Greg's feet, positioning myself well. During the long straight, I began to overtake the French swimmers, creating a gap that allowed me to relax on Greg's legs and potentially catch him at the finish. That was our plan, and we are thrilled with the bronze. It's always a joy to swim with this team, especially since we trained together in Hungary. Achieving a world bronze for our club is an incredible accomplishment. Unfortunately for the French team, they lost their competitive edge during the final leg, falling 8 seconds behind after having been in the top 2 at the halfway mark, thanks to strong performances from Clemence Cocodano and Marc-Antoine Olivier. Ins Delacroix and Logan Fontaine were unable to secure a medal, marking a disappointing outcome for the French, who have not been on the podium in this event since their gold win in Budapest 2017. Australia, the reigning champions from the previous year, finished in 5th place, trailing 46 seconds behind the gold medalists. The same 4 swimmers from last year, Chelsea Gubecka, Nicholas Sloman, Moesha Johnson, and Kyle Lee, were unable to replicate their success from 2024. They fought valiantly but could not keep pace with their European rivals. With the conclusion of the open water swimming program in Singapore 2025, many of these athletes will transition to the pool events, which are set to commence on July 27. The final race of the Open Water Swimming World Cup is scheduled for October 10 and 11 in Golfo Aranci, Italy. Florian Wellbrock dominates, wins third 5 km world title in Singapore. In a stunning display of endurance and skill, Florian Wellbrock has cemented his legacy as one of open water swimming's greatest champions claiming his third 5 km world title in Singapore. The 27-year-old German powerhouse matched his previous victories from Budapest 2022 and Fukuoka 2023, proving once again why he's a force to be reckoned with. But here's where it gets even more impressive. This win comes just days after he secured gold in the 10 km race, making him only the third man in history to achieve this double victory at the same World Aquatics Championships. The others? Himself in 2023 and fellow German Thomas Lurz in 2009. Talk about a rare feat. Wellbrock's triumph wasn't without its challenges. I didn't expect this result because I felt really tired after the 10 km, he admitted. We only had 24 hours to recover, and racing in 30-degree water is no small feat. The human body isn't built for these conditions. Yet, he pushed through, outpacing rivals like Italy's Gregorio Paltrinieri and France's Marc-Antoine Olivier, who both mounted valiant efforts. Everyone was chasing me, tapping my feet, Wellbrock recalled. I didn't feel safe, but I held on. And this is the part most people miss. Wellbrock's journey hasn't been all smooth sailing. After a rocky 2024, where he fell short of podium finishes at the Olympics, he's back with a vengeance. Not only did he dominate in Singapore, but he's also set to compete in the pool swimming portion of the championships in 2 weeks as the fastest man in the world in the 1,500-metre freestyle. Training alongside Australia's women's champion Moesha Johnson in Magdeburg, Wellbrock secured the 4th gold medal for coach Bernd Burkharn's group, a testament to their hard work. Now, let's talk controversy. Is Wellbrock's dominance in both open water and pool events sustainable, or is he spreading himself too thin? With his relentless schedule and the physical toll of competing in extreme conditions, it's a question worth asking. Meanwhile, Paltrinieri's silver, his 18th career World Championship medal, is nothing short of remarkable, especially given he raced with a broken finger. I switched off my mind and thought only about the race, he said. Olivier, meanwhile, clinched bronze, his 7th World Championship medal, but admitted he'll need a new strategy to keep up with Wellbrock in the future. The race itself was a thriller, with 4 former world champions in the mix. Hungary's Krzysztof Rosowski finished 14th, well off the pace, while Italy's Marcello Guidi and Russia's Denis Adeev battled fiercely for 4th and 5th place, respectively. David Betlehan, who led early, couldn't maintain the pace, proving that even Olympic medalists can falter under pressure. As the swimming world looks ahead to the 3 km knockout sprints, starting Saturday morning, one thing is clear: Florian Wellbrock is back at the top of his game. But the question remains, can anyone dethrone him, or is he simply in a league of his own? What do you think? Is Wellbrock's reign unchallenged, or is there a contender waiting in the wings? Let us know in the comments.